you'll be crying, because most of these people are coming to your country. If they're not doing it, drug dealing, we know who are those people who are doing drug dealing, kidnapping, human trafficking, money laundering, scamming. And call for Action SA, for the PA, for MK. We call for Herman Mashaba. We call for Gaten Mackenzie. We call for Ken Kunene to stand with the South Africans. We need to fight all these illegal aliens in our country. We need you to be in the forefront. I don't want to lie to you. I'm starting to get disappointed with Gaten Mackenzie. Now we just tweet the podcast.
Then he says, we need to get more Nigerian products on the shelves. When there's South African business people who are struggling to get their products on the shelves. How long did it take Smooth to get his product on the shelves? How long did it take you to get your product on the shelves? If I launch your coffee...
There's a lot of black business people in South Africa. We're struggling to take our product to the shelf. But here is Ramaphosa want to bring Nigerian product to our country.
They've got the worst reputation. Our passport went from being the strongest passport in Africa to one that is not trusted now. Many countries you could go using our passport without a visa. Ireland. Brazil. Is that how I say it? Ireland.
Ireland.
Right? Yeah, it's Kelly Shire. Ireland recently just said that they no longer are going to take us without a visa. Or I think it was a visa on arrival. Now you got to apply for a visa. Why? Because every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry comes to South Africa, gets a fake passport, thanks to our corruption, gets a fake passport, goes to these countries in Europe, claiming to be South Africans with our passport.
To visit South Africa can do that without their passport now. They can apply for visas without their passport, and it will be granted without wasting any time. And not only that, he also said that he has approved a 5 years multiple entry visa.
Multiple entry.
This is the time for you to start applying, to start making that move now before they change their mind. And this was said today, like I said, on the opening of the 11th section of Nigerian South Africa Binational Commission, which happened in Cape Town, and our president was there. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was there. So this is actually a good news to some of us. To some of us that want to visit South Africa, and they've been delaying us long time.
What I say, guys, is that we need to ban the visas. We need to ban the Nigerian visa. We need to ban Ethiopia's visa. We need to ban Somalia's visa, because these are the countries that are causing problem in our country, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends what time you're watching this video. You could be watching me from South America. You could be watching from North America. You could be watching me from Asia. You could be watching me from Africa, the continent of the motherland. You could be watching me from Europe. You could be watching me from the Caribbean. You could be watching me from Australia. You could be watching me anywhere around the world. If it's the first time you come across this YouTube channel, maybe it's the first time you come across my channel, maybe the first time you hear my voice, maybe it's the first time you see my face. My name is Hlulani, the Tonga Prince from South Africa. So guys, if you have not hit that subscribe button, please kindly hit that subscribe button, guys. We're in the road to 10,000 subscribers. I know the haters, they don't want us to reach 10,000 subscribers. Every day we're growing. I just want to say thank you to my new subscribers. I just want to say thank you to my returning subscribers. I need you for this channel to grow, guys. We need to fight for this country. You could be in your country, and your politicians then your country, the leaders then your country, they are not doing what they promise you, that they're going to be doing whatever they're supposed to be doing in your country. It is time that you rise. It is time that you stand up in your country and fight for your country and fight for your next generation and fight for your kids. Because if you don't fight now, I promise you, you will not have a country. I know there's going to be lots of illegal foreigners in your country that are causing problem in your country, and you want them to go back home because they're not contributing anything to your country. They're simply destroying your country. It is time you fight for your country, because guys, this is the year, and now and next year it's going to be a year that we fight for our countries. A lot of European countries are chasing people out there. Some of them are even paying them to go away, because if you don't do that, I promise you, you'll be crying because most of these people are coming to your country. If they're not doing it, drug dealing, we know who are those people who are doing drug dealing, kidnapping, human trafficking, money laundering, scamming, and fraud. We know who are those people. So it is time that you rise and say you will fight for your own country. As much I'm going to fight for my country, I'm not going to stop fighting for my country. For those idiots who don't want to fight for their country, you sit and do nothing. The only thing you do is nyof, nyof, nyof. You just eat and sit and do nothing for your country. You don't contribute nothing to your country. You sit, you watch people destroy your country. It is time you rise and fight and say, all these illegal aliens must leave your country. As much we are fighting in this country of mine, all the illegal aliens, we say, pack your bags and go back to your alien countries because you ran away from your country. You don't want to fight for your country. You want to go and cause problem to other countries when the people of that country are suffering. As much we are suffering here in South Africa, guys, and I know many of you understand if you are suffering, unless you are not suffering in your country, unless if these illegal foreigners or these illegal, can I call them illegal aliens, are not destroying your country. But I know some of you just don't want to come here and speak, but let me tell you, I'm going to speak and defend my country. So guys, there's something that I want us to do. We call for Action SA, for the PA, for MK. We call for Herman Mashaba. We call for Gayton Mackenzie. We call for Ken Kunene to stand with the South Africans. We need to fight all these illegal aliens in our country. We need you to be in the forefront. I don't want to lie to you. I'm starting to get disappointed with Gayton Mackenzie. Now he's just tweeting, not really making videos and getting in the ground and go chase these illegal aliens. There's no time to be diplomatic. We understand they put him in that position to silence him. If they're trying to silence you, you gotta speak even when they put you in those positions. Don't do what Julius Malema said. He said, I will die for Zuma. Now, I'm hearing you. It's like you're saying you will die for Cyril Ramaphosa. There's nothing wrong supporting Cyril Ramaphosa. There's nothing wrong thinking the person who put you in power. But there's something wrong when you see he's doing wrong things and you keep quiet. Gayton Mackenzie, we want you to come back. Abahambe. We want you to come back. Abahambe. Because we cannot allow these people to come to our country and destroy our country. We want you, Herman Mashaba, we want you to pull up your socks. We need to see you in the forefront. Guys, Ramaphosa must fall. And we need Gayton Mackenzie. We need Action SA. We need the PA. We need the MK to be in the forefront. But I know, like it's sad to say this, that Gayton Mackenzie will not want Ramaphosa to go because it's given him position in government. But Gayton Mackenzie, don't be a sellout. Because this could be the start. Don't let them, because I promise you they've given him that portfolio so that he does not talk too much. Because Gayton Mackenzie was supposed to be at Home Affairs, but they did not give him that portfolio. But what I'm trying to say, we still want you to come back and to say Abahambe. We're saying Abahambe and we're saying Ramaphosa must fall. Guys, I've been listening to Macg's podcast, guys, and I want to play you. They were discussing about Ramaphosa and the decisions that he's making and who's giving him, who's advising him and stuff like that. So guys, let me not speak too much, but we want MK, PA, Action SA to work together and we need to clean up this country, guys. We need to ban the visa for Nigerians. Guys, we must not play because, look, I'm going to play I'm going to play Macg's podcast. There's one girl who they play there. She's excited. She's calling all Nigerians to hurry up and quickly go now before South Africa can change their minds. What I'm going to say, guys, is that we need to ban the visas. We need to ban the Nigerian visa. We need to ban Ethiopia's visa. We need to ban Somalia's visa because these are the countries that are causing problem in our country, guys. We need to to solve some of this problem, we need to ban the visas. If we don't ban the visas, we're going to always face these challenges. We just have to ban this visa. But guys, I want to play this. I want to play this. Let's play this and listen to Saul and the rest, and Macg and the rest of the podcast. What are they saying about Ramaphosa? Because guys, we need to. We don't have a choice. We need to ban the visa. Ramaphosa must fall. Guys, we need to, the shutdown, we must not be threatened by Ufikile Mbalule. We need to protest. We need a total shutdown. We need to remove Ramaphosa. Guys, let me play this. I'm not going to talk much from now on. I'm just going to give some points there and there, but I want us to listen to Macg and Saul and the rest of the podcast.
Yeah,
all right,
go,
so
bro.
SA Nigeria latest diplomatic talk sees Ramaphosa announcing new relaxed visa rules for Nigerians coming to SA. A move that has surprised many. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced that tourists from Nigeria can now apply for a simplified 5-year visa without submitting a passport. Ramaphosa made the announcement at the opening of the 11th session of the Nigeria-South African Binational Commission, BNC, in Cape Town, which President Bola Tinubu attended. We must also indicate that Nigeria is South Africa's largest trading partner. Your thoughts, my dog?
My thoughts, bro. I mean, Cyril, our president, says that he's making it easier for them to get visas, tourist visas and business visas,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
And for me, it's like, bro, there's really great Nigerians out there, but we, majority of the time, get the worst, the rotten apples, right? And Nigeria itself have a reputation of being very big and very heavy-handed when it comes to fraud, right?
Amongst other things.
Amongst other things. You know what I mean?
I mean, other countries
Cyril,
are banning them.
yes, a lot of countries are banning them. But we, the great nation, South Africa, are going the other way. We're swimming against the current. When all the other countries are banning these guys because they tend to go around, a lot of them, not all of them, being problematic. So my thing is, why?
I'll ask the same question. Why? Why is Ramaphosa, when the rest of the countries are going the other way with these Nigerians, and Ramaphosa want to go towards Nigerians, when the rest of the world is running away from Nigerians? That's what I'm saying, guys. Ramaphosa must fall. I had to think about it. What's really going on here? It doesn't make any sense. Like, the only country, look, everyone they can say, we make a lot of money from Nigeria trading with Nigerians. But the question is this: who's making money? Is it us, or is the Rupert, is the Stellenbosch mafias? Who's making this money? Because it's not your ordinary South Africans. It's not your ordinary South African. It's not me and you. These big businesses that the one who are benefiting, while we are the one who are being killed, while we are the one who are suffering just to easy visa for Nigerians. It should not, guys, we should not keep quiet about this. Because let me tell you, as we speak, Nigerians are grouping each other to get into our country. So this December, we're going to have a lot of Nigerians who are running away from Nigeria, but who want to come to this country. It is time that our country, we don't allow this to happen, guys, because, guys, I'm trying to look something. I think my volume is very high. Okay, I'm going to just try to reduce my voice because I'm trying to look at my phone here. I'm monitoring my camera going through my phone. I see the peak is going very high. So I'm just going to try to drop my voice a little bit down because I think I should have fixed that before I started recording. But what I'm trying to say is this. It makes no sense. The only nation that nobody wants in the whole of the world, South Africa, Ramaphosa, I can tell you what he's trying to do. He's trying to fix. His term is this is his last term, so he's trying to make sure that this continues when he's not the president of this country. He's trying to protect the interests of his businesses and his friends' businesses in Nigeria. Guys, we don't benefit from this. It doesn't make any sense. We're going to suffer more. Our children are going to suffer more. Our children are going to be taking these drugs from these Nigerians that are going to, they sell up to 10-year-old, even 9-year-old. They're selling them drugs. So we cannot allow these people, guys. We need to ban the visa. We need them out of our country, guys. I understand there are a few good Nigerians, but the majority of Nigerians in this country, maybe in other countries, it's better, but I can guarantee you 97% of the Nigerians who are coming to our country are not good people. Maybe in their country are good people, but the people that we're getting in our country, the majority of them are just rotten potatoes. It does not help us with anything. So I think, guys, it is... we cannot allow this, guys. We cannot allow this, guys. Let me fix my audio because I see my audio speaking very loud. I'm gonna drop this. Yeah, it's not. Let me fix this. Sorry about that, guys. I think my audio now it's much better because it was speaking, guys. It was showing that red thing to show that I'm recording my audio just loud. So yeah, at least now I've fixed it. So guys, I was still saying, look, we cannot allow these people to come to our country and do as they please. It is time that we are not going to allow these people to come and destroy our country. Whereas, look at their country. The country has been destroyed only by them. So Ramaphosa must fall, guys. We must not stop removing this Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa must fall. Ramaphosa is not our president. Ramaphosa must fall. We're not going to be threatened by Ofikile Mbalula, who put you in power, and we are going to remove anybody. It does not mean when we put you in power, we cannot remove you when we're not happy about you. We're going to put you in power, and when we're not happy about your service, we're going to remove you. So, guys, we must not get threatened by Fikile Mbalula. Fikile Mbalula never fought for this struggle of this country. Fikile Mbalula, dude, we're not going to be shaken by your threats. We are going to remove Ramaphosa because it doesn't make any sense. Think about it, guys. It doesn't make any sense. The only country, regardless of we're doing trade with them, there's a lot of countries that we can do trade with. There is Angola, there's Congo, there's Botswana, there's Algeria, there's Egypt, there's Kenya, there's so many other countries. There's so many other countries that we can do trade with. Guys, we need to focus on BRICS. BRICS is going to be the future. We got to focus on BRICS. We cannot go wrong when we have BRICS. We don't need Nigeria, and we don't need Nigeria in BRICS. If Ramaphosa is going to try to sneak Nigeria into BRICS, it's going to be a problem. I think the rest of the other people can see. These people are just criminals. Full stop. Look, it's recorded, it's there. If they want me to bring evidence, I'm going to show them how corrupt they are, how criminal they are. Every country is complaining about them. I know they're going to come to this comment section and say whatever they want to say, but it's the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. Your country is corrupt. Your country is full of criminals. And I'm not saying all of you are criminals, but your country is full of criminals. Your country, unfortunately, you have made the bad names. I was watching this is a Pastor Toby is being deported in the UK for fraud, claiming to be a pastor. It's been reported. It's not me, guys. It's been reported. They're going to come and deny. He's been living this Gucci, Versace life and with stolen money, fraud money. There's so many. I thought I wanted to do that stories, but let me not talk about him in this channel. But what I'm trying to say, these people's they've got that reputation of doing so many bad things around the world. Let's continue listening to Saul and Macg and the rest of the podcast.
Then he says we need to get more Nigerian products on the shelves when the South African business people who are struggling to get their products on the shelves. How long did it take Smooth to get his product on the shelves? How long did it take you to get your product on the shelves? If I launch your coffee, how long will it take me to get my products on the shelves? Forever. You know what I mean? Forever. We struggle to get our own products on the shelves. And also...
100% agree with Saul, guys. How many... there's a lot of you, and I'm sure you're probably watching this video. Look, there's a lot of black business people in South Africa. We're struggling to take our product to the shelf. But here is Ramaphosa want to bring Nigerian product to our country. I'm not saying we shouldn't have Nigerian product, but you can't be pushing that. Charity start from at home. Charity begins at home. You cannot be wanting other countries to bring the product. We have them already. There's no need to make an announcement of them wanting the product to our country. We have the product in the country, but the people of this country, there's a lot of people, exactly, how long did it take DJ's Boo? Because I still go to so many places that I don't see more fire. Do you understand? It's not like I like DJ's Boo, I don't like DJ's Boo. Sometimes I talk nonsense because it's busy supporting also illegal foreigners. Sometimes I also ask him, is he a South African even himself? But anyway, it's not about that. We know him as a South African, but what I'm trying to say, how long does it even take a South African product to go to the shelf when Ramaphosa is busy fighting for these people to bring the product to the shelf? We have the product. The same procedure that they should still follow that. We're not going to ease up any visa. We literally need to ban Nigerians' visa into entering into our country. They must go fix their country. And we need to deport all these criminals that are here in our country. And all this, also this spaza shop. These people are closing the spaza shop, guys. They need to be deported. We cannot have these people hanging around in our country because sooner or later they're going to be causing crime in our country. So we need to deport them. Every spaza shop that we close, the owner of those people, they must be deported back. They must go back to the country. If they want to open this spaza shop, if they want extension, they will get the extension while they're sitting in the country, not in our country. They must get out in our country to go apply while they're sitting in the country, and they must invest the 5 million that they're required to invest into our economy. If they're not investing even that 5 million, they must go back to their own country, guys. We're not going to sit here. Ramaphosa is gaslighting us. Fikile Mbalula is coming in and talking nonsense and all these things. Is trying to threaten us, South African. I want to tell you, Fikile Mbalula, we're not scared of your threat. South Africans are not scared of us. We put you in that positions. The people shall govern this country. It's not you who govern. It's the people of this country. It is us, the people of this country. When we are not happy, we're going to remove you. So we're saying Ramaphosa must go. Let's continue listening to the podcast, guys.
Okay, I know they've got oil. That we probably trade in with them, but my theory is there's so many countries, multinational South African companies that trade in Nigeria. I mean, MultiChoice, MTN,
yes.
Standard Bank.
There's a lot. Yeah,
ShopRite, right? Who employ many Nigerians within Nigeria. And I remember the one time MTN got a huge fine by the Nigerian government, like $5 billion. So I think the Nigerian government is probably trying to push this through, and their bargaining chip is threatening the South African businesses that are that side. And these businesses are just enriching whoever's in Stellenbosch, whoever owns these businesses, because let's be honest, I don't think you and I benefit a lot from Nigerians enjoying DSTV, unless, if we've got content there. But I don't think an MTN, for example, or a ShopRite, we benefit from them doing business there. Yeah. And I think to protect those interests, he's giving these guys whatever they want. Because surely he's heard South African cry about drugs, about that. Bro, right now, there's Black Friday. There's a whole lot of things happening. Online scams that are happening, and chances are there's a dude there, man. There's a boss who's behind these things. But what I'm trying to say is they've got the worst reputation. Our passport went from being the strongest passport in Africa to one that is not trusted now. Many countries you could go using our passport without a visa. Ireland. Brazil. Is that how I say it? Ireland. Right? Yeah, it's Shire. Ireland recently just said that they no longer are going to take us without a visa. Or I think it was a visa on arrival. Now you got to apply for a visa. Why? Because every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry comes to South Africa, gets a fake passport, thanks to our corruption, gets a fake passport, goes to these countries in Europe claiming to be South Africans with our passport. Then they get there, then they get found out much later.
I agree with Saul, but it's funny that our president does not see that these people come to our country, and when they come to our country, destroy our passport, steal our identity, steal everything of this country, and go use our passport, go commit crime in these countries, and these countries ban our visa because our visa, we have let criminals have our visa and claiming to be from South Africa, and this our people who are corrupt, who are selling our country. Guys, Ramaphosa, I don't know, where does he live? Ufikile Mbalula, I don't know where he lives. He's going to come here and threaten us. These Ethiopians, they say they're going to go strike on the 16th. He has not threatened them, but when we say we don't want Ramaphosa, we've been threatened by Ufikile Mbalula. Ufikile Mbalula, I just want to tell you, we're not scared of your threat. South Africa has the right to protest and remove anybody that we put in power if we feel that you don't represent us. Now we are representing illegal aliens in our country. We voted for that man. I voted for that man. I voted for that man, but now I no longer need him. Don't I have the right to say I don't need him? I have the right to say I don't need him. And we're going to protest and we're going to remove him. Because it doesn't make, as I said and think about this, it doesn't make any sense. Decisions that he's making, it doesn't make any sense. It does not help any normal South Africans. It helps them and the business partners, these people who are having businesses in these countries. It does not help us. So we need to ban their visas, guys. We cannot keep quiet. Guys, you will hear even some of them already, they're queuing up to come to our country. This December, guys, we're going to have them all over our country. We need to send them back where they come from. We cannot allow them. It makes no sense at all. These people have destroyed the image of their country. By what? By fraud and scamming people. Let's continue listening to this, guys.
So now what's the president saying when he says that Nigerians can now come, we're going to extend the number of visits, and they won't need to present a passport in their own countries or whatever? They're going to loosen or relax the requirements of getting into South Africa. But you guys traveled to Nigeria. How was the visa process when you guys needed to go to Nigeria?
Expensive.
Yeah,
Was it extensive?
Yeah. It was late, Tibla.
Fuck out of here,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I can't remember. It was long ago, but yeah.
So why must it be easier for... And we don't even cause problems that side.
Imagine, Ufikile Mbalula not long ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, he was saying you don't even need a visa. He said you don't need a visa to go to Nigeria, and the Nigerian visa is expensive. As I said on my other video, that Nigerian's visa, it's expensive. It's very expensive, and you get this guy. Guys, we don't need Nigerians. Let us be honest, we don't need them. They're not helping us. If they're helping the Stellenbosch people, they're not helping us. It's not our problem that the Stellenbosch have businesses there. It's not our problem that Shoprite and Pick n Pay is there. It's actually helping them there in Nigeria. They must strike and say those companies must leave. Because we don't want them here. We don't want fraudsters in our country. We don't want scammers in our country. Guys, this country didn't have kidnapping problems. Now we have kidnapping problems. We see children being kidnapped. We never had this until Nigerians came to our country. And it's a thing that we must accept. We can't accept nonsense, guys. These people need to leave our country. They need to go. They need to go. It is time that you go. It is time that you go back to your country and go kidnap your own children. It is time, guys. We cannot sit here and allow these people to do what they're doing in our country. Guys, let's continue listening to the podcast.
I mean, Wandi and them are out there giving bombs. Listen to that. How many Nigerian women do you know who are in South Africa giving bombs? Name me one. Chidima didn't even marry a South African when she was here. Chidima didn't even marry a South African when she was here. We do so much, man. They come here and they get bombs and nah, bro. Nigerians have proven the world over. And even a lot of Nigerians will agree that many Nigerians give them a bad name, and we've got a lot of rotten apples here, bro. So the president is out of touch.
So obviously everybody's talking about this. So I got a lot of comments regarding this.
Okay.
I got one from Mapule Dlamini. He's a chiller. He says the Nigerian trade issue would not be a problem if all our borders were safe and secure. The situation would be different if the Nigerian mafia had not migrated to South Africa, and if Pakistani, Somalis, and others had not dominated the spaza economy. Furthermore, if areas like Hillbrow, Sunnyside, CBD, Kempton Park, CBD, Vereeniging, and others were not essentially mini Lagos, the trade issue would would not likely exist. UCT, University of Cape Town, did an entire study in 2017 about the migration of Nigerian mafia to South Africa. Our government has done nothing about it. So there's an article about this. If anyone wants to check it out, it's on news.uct.ac.za. Should I just read some of the article?
Yeah, bro.
It says, since the 1980s, Nigerian organized crime has migrated around the world. They established strong roots in Italy and in parts of South Africa. The move to South Africa, another country in which Nigerian mafia became established for South Africa, crime moves where there are push and pull factors in place. In addition to the forced migration of Nigerian political and economic instability, there is new booming markets and a demand for mafia services as motivates to move. The arrival of a large number of Nigerian immigrants to South Africa began in the mid-1990s as the country was undergoing its transition from apartheid to democracy. With their home country in turmoil, South Africa proved easy to enter due to Nigeria's contribution to the liberation struggle, right? And then I will continue. So that's some of the one article, right? The United Nations did an entire study of organized crime in Nigeria, and all it has... the United Nations did an entire study of organized crime in Nigeria on has it spills to other countries. So there's another article talking about how cults of kidnapping are rife in SA.
Yeah. Dude, you know kidnapping used to be a huge Nigerian problem. It started in Nigeria. We never had a kidnapping problem.
Yeah.
Extortion and kidnapping.
It was a big Nigerian problem.
Yeah,
I've heard of
huge.
it. Yeah.
Always been.
There's an entire document.
Guys, if I sometimes I ask myself, does our president live under the rock? Does our president live somewhere in the bush with lions and where there's no people, where there's no human being there? Because he seems like he's out of touch. He's out of touch. He does not understand what we go through. He does not see what's reported in the news. Kids being kidnapped, all these things because of Nigerians. Drugs are being sold to kids because of Nigerians. And he still want to make the visa requirement easy. This guy is not fit to be the president. This guy is not fit to be the president, guys, and there is time that we chase him away. What do we need him for? Because he does not care about me and you. Let us be honest. He does not care about me and you. So this president is for the rich, not for the ordinary South Africans. He does not speak for the ordinary South Africans, those who are suffering, those who don't have jobs. He's speaking for the Ruperts and the Oppenheimers. He's not speaking for me and you. We don't care about the businesses that are there in Nigeria. We don't benefit nothing. Our children have been kidnapped. Our identity has been stolen. Our kids have been killed because of these people. We're not, guys, we can't sit here and say this guy must continue to be the president. We must not be threatened by anybody. Nobody should threaten us, guys. Let's continue listening to Saul and Macg.
There's an entire document on about the Global Organized Crime Index on Nigeria, and it paints a bleak picture. This has more to do with personal interests of white monopoly capital than us ordinary South Africans. White monopoly capital whose business partners with Cyril are doing business in Nigeria. Companies like MTN. In fact, there's an article accusing Cyril of hiding MTN profits from Nigeria in Mauritius, then bringing them to South Africa. He knew the profits came to South Africa. MTN will have to pay tax. This guy is sorting out his business interests before he leaves office.
What did I say? I told you, bro. Yeah. MTN and the likes, those are the only South Africans who really benefit with trading with Nigeria, because they make billions from Nigeria, and Nigeria knows that, and they're using it as a leveraging chip.
Guys, we're being so lies by these people. Nigerians, MTN and these other companies, guys, they're the only one benefiting. Ramaphosa and his people are the one benefiting. Abo Fikile are the one who are benefiting from this. That's why they're defending them, guys. We need to come together, guys. Guys, I still call for Action SA, MK, PA to come together and fight these criminals. Fight for these criminals who are destroying our country, guys. We know we must never vote for the DA, not for the ENC, not for the EFF, because these three parties are sellouts. I can guarantee they're sellout we must never vote for them. We're starting to campaign now. We are not going to vote for them. ANC, if it does not wake up. ANC, if it does not wake up. You can be ignorant. If these things of you losing this election, now you're up to 40%, it's nothing to you. I promise you, come 2029, you won't reach. You might not even reach 30%. You might not even reach 30%. With the ignorance, hating on the poor South Africans, when we are complaining you're not hearing us and you want us to vote for you, I am not voting for you. I am done. And I know a lot of people who follow me in this channel. That's why we need to grow this channel, guys. We need to grow this channel. We are not going to go vote for those people. We are not going to vote for these people. Let's continue, guys.
I was watching a podcast recently, like actually a couple of weeks back. They were interviewing Davido, right? And they said, you saw that.
Clip, yeah.
And he was like, he would never encourage Americans or anyone to relocate or go stay in Nigeria because of the states the country's in.
And they had him, Nigerians.
And they had him. Exactly, they had him, yeah. But he was just talking. If your own person says this, and this was an American podcast, by the way. So that's when you go back and you go, okay, even when their own people, Nigerians, are there not even just pro their country. Yes, he loves his country, but he's just saying there's just too much issues. And to be honest, it's not the greatest of places. I will not be here saying, hey, move to Africa, relocate to, or rather move to Nigeria. So even for us South Africans, what are we going to gain by this trade, honestly? Like, it just opens up with, basically it benefits both Cyril, these big businesses, and nothing for us. Because
look, we don't benefit anything. As I'm saying, we don't benefit anything. It's only both Syrians and all these big businesses that are benefiting. But we are not benefiting. We just need to understand that we are not benefiting. These big businesses that are the one who are benefiting. Both Cyril and both Rupert and both everybody, both Oppenheimers, that are the one who are benefiting. Not us South Africans. Even Davido, he said, what would you go do in Nigeria? Their own people. They're saying, what would you want to go do in Nigeria? Davido have told the rest of the world, why would you want to go invest in Nigeria? And here's Cyril Ramaphosa. He thinks that he can go invest in Nigeria when the Nigerians are telling you, you cannot invest in that country. The own people said that you can't invest in the country. But yes, Cyril Ramaphosa, somehow he believes that we must go invest there. No. I disagree with this man. Guys, this man is not fit, guys. This guy, we need to remove them. We need to remove him. We need to remove him, guys. We cannot sit this person sell out our country. We need to shut down, guys. We need total shut down to remove this guy. He's busy selling us our country. If ANC does not see that, you did not get 40% by mistake. People didn't just wake up not to go vote. People did not vote for you. And if you're not going to wake up and listen to the people, I am telling you now, come 2029, you are not going to even reach 30%. You like it, you don't like it. Of course, you're going to say you will reach, you will never come back. You are a dying ANC. That's what you must know. Let's continue listening to the podcast.
More comments coming through. Macg says, I think the relevant question is how much politicians are getting from this absurd arrangement that only benefit Nigerians and not South Africans. This is happening in Uganda as we speak. Denmark has just paid them to take their illegal foreigners. That is how Zuma brought in Somalians, Pakistanis, and Bangladeshis here in Mzansi. The sad part of this is that the money they get for selling our country goes to them, not our fiscus. Lindiwe says, I don't know why, but I'm so hurt. I'm really hurt. We're just living in jail with no say. Nothing will change in SA. CJ says, something doesn't add up. All over the world, Nigeria is at the center of almost all the human and drug trafficking allegations. And this man just made it easier for them to fly in and out of the country. Oscar says, SA probably takes the longest to give visas responses, probably the longest in the world. All that being said is that the applicant can keep their passport after submitting the applications while they wait for their visa outcome in case they want to use it somewhere else. Tabiso says, I think the problem is we're only getting angry and talk online. We don't do anything to show how frustrated and angry we are when he keeps showing us the middle finger like this. I really think we should do something about the so-called president of South Africa who does not care a bit about average South Africans. And lastly, Ndume Liso says, generally speaking, the proposed move will benefit both countries. The agreement aimed to reduce the time business persons or tourists would have to spend at the embassy applying for visas. South Africans need to keep in mind that Nigeria is the 5th largest economy on the continent, and for the growth of our local economy, we would need to make it easier for business people to move. Government does not make the economy grow, but private sector does, and hence the move in trying to make it easier for Nigerian business people who want to come to SA. Keep in mind, we had 100 SA businesses active in Nigeria, making them a strategic partner on the continent. Your MTN's Game, ShopRite, Pep, to name a few. Remember, 5 years of multiple entries does not mean you stay in the country for 5 years. And just like any other long-term visa, you'd still be expected to be within the SA borders for a certain number of days in a year. Overstayers will be deported. And yeah, that's the end of that comment.
Overstayers will be deported? What do you mean? There's so many overstayers, bro.
Oh.
Sunny side. Come on, guys. Let's be honest.
Guys, whoever wrote that comment, is just writing theories. It's not going to happen. We don't care if Nigerians is the biggest whatever in Africa or in West of Africa. We've got countries like Angola, Congo, Botswana, Algeria, Egypt, Kenya, and the rest of other countries that we can do trade with. Nigeria is a corrupt nation. We should not be doing any business with them. We should be cutting ties with them. We don't want them. How many of them who came to this country, who came on a visiting visa and they've never left our country? How many of them have come to this country, have never left our country, but they've been here on a visiting visa or whatever visa they were at, but they've never left our country? There's no other, they will not be deported, because even now we're still struggling deporting those who came 30 years ago, 25 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. They came here for a few months, but they're still here in this country. They're still here in this country. So guys, we cannot allow these people to be in this country illegally, because we're just opening for them to come and do all these corruption things in our country. We're just opening for these corruption things in our country. So we cannot allow these things to happen, guys. These things must, if this has not been passed, even when it's been passed, it needs to be reversed, because we cannot allow this. These people are criminals, guys. Let's continue watch to the podcast.
And the thing is, there's a lot of businessmen who are in South Africa who've come in, followed whatever extensive process there was to apply for a visa. I've got my friend who she actually put me onto the podcast. She's about to get married to a Nigerian guy. He's a banker. They met at work in the corporate world. There are many good Nigerians who follow the process. Yeah. So why must we make it easier? There's many legit businessmen, Nigerian businessmen, who are here doing business, paying taxes, and they've come in through the right means, and they've come in through whatever extensive method it is that I'd need to apply to go to the UK, to live there, and have a business there, and pay taxes there.
Some even working for South African governments.
Huh?
I'm just saying, some even working for South African governments.
Yes, there's many, man. There's many. Hey, who's the CEO? Okay, that's a Zimbabwean guy. Mm-hmm. I think one of the acting CEO, the acting COO, whatever, at SABC right now. There's been James Akuma. I've spoken about him before. I think he's Ghanaian. I'm not sure. Yeah. Please Google him. He's worked at the SABC, public broadcaster. Yeah. You know what I mean? We've always been open to working with foreigners who just come here and have a positive contribution to the economy and pay their taxes. Why must things now be made easier so that any Tom, Dick, and Harry, guys? But when we go to other countries, we need to show that we've got money, that we're not going to be here and be stranded. Exactly. We can afford our stay here. Man.
Our president of this country was allowing all these things to happen in front of our eyes, guys. If we don't take it to the street, these things are not going to change. We can sit there and talk, guys. We need to take it to the street. If we don't take these things to the street, guys, we can sit there and talk the whole day. These things will never change. We need to take it to the street. We need to fight for this country. We need to fight for this country. We have no choice to fight for our country. We have no choice to fight for our country. We cannot make visa easy for criminals. These are the people who are destroying our passport. These are the people who are even calling us names when we defend our country. They're going to come into a comment section and call us names. Call me whatever names you want to call me. I am what you're calling me. Call me names, whatever you want to call me. I am what you're calling me. I agree with you. I am what you're calling me, because I am not going to be a sellout because I'm afraid to be called names. No, those things means nothing. We must fight for our country. We must not lose focus, guys. We must fight for this country. Our focus to fight for this country. Guys, let's continue listening to this.
Bro, South Africa's open to anyone who does business, who's legal, wants to do business legally. We've always been open to that. But that don't make things easier for the one country with the reputation for fraud of all countries, especially when already there's many bad examples, more bad than good in the country already that we know of.
Who's advising our president, dog? Because we were ready for December, we were happy.
We were happy. Hey.
And then all of a
I
sudden,
don't know,
it's
bro.
like, these ones are too happy. How can we fuck them up?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with.
Let
I
the
don't know,
Nigerians
man. Bro,
Guys, me, I know who's advising Mr. President. His advisors are sitting there in Stellenbosch at the Ruperts and the Oppenheimers. His advisors are the Ruperts and the Oppenheimers. We cannot allow these things, guys. And we should not joke about it, guys. If we don't do nothing about this, guys, our country is being sold to the hyenas. Our country is being sold to the scavengers. Our country is being sold to the criminals. Our country is being sold to all this human trafficking country. We cannot allow this, guys. We need to fight for our country. We need to take it to the street to show our frustration that we are not happy. We put them in power. It's not the Rupert and the Oppenheimers who put them in power. It is us who put them in power. And they're not listening to us. He's getting advices somewhere else. We are advising him. He's not listening to us. The people that who voted for him. That's why we must punish them. They will remember these videos. We are going to punish you. And the only way is to remove you in government. I can tell you, Siri has done so much damage to the ANC and to this country. And you will not agree. You will want to blame it on Zuma. I know everything want to be blamed on Zuma. Because if this was Zuma, everybody would be in the street now. You want to blame it on Zuma. You want to blame it to that guy in KZN who only want the best for this country. And we all know it. He only wanted the best for this country. They brainwashed us that time of Zuma. Zuma must go. Zuma must go. Zuma must go. Rubbish. Look at where's the ANC now. 40%. And the ANC leaders are happy about that. Yeah, that ANC has been run by some people I don't understand. Who celebrate failure. What you are doing, you are celebrating failure. When you watch me today, you must know that you are celebrating failure. You must know you are a failure. I've removed myself. I don't want to be part of those bunch of losers. Of course, it's hurting. The reason I moved away because I know, look, I cannot be part of losers. I cannot be part of sellouts. And you know it, and you're not going to agree. There's going to be some of them who agree with me. There's going to be some of them who don't agree with me. I would have loved to support the ANC until I die. Some of our fathers died supporting ANC. Not just supporting ANC, fought. Carried AK-47 to fight for this country. I'm not making up stories. Some of our fathers fought for this country. And wherever he is, he's probably not happy I'm saying this. But he understands why I'm saying this. These people are sellout. We don't even have money to pay our rent because there's no jobs. Ramaphosa have closed everything. There's no money circulation. The money is been circulated somewhere else. But they're rich people. Not ordinary South Africans. Tell me, if you think I am talking nonsense, do you have money in your account? How much money do you have? Did you have more money during Zuma's time, or do you have more money now? Only the connected one to Cyril will probably say, yeah, we have money now. Everybody had money. If you didn't work hard during Zuma's time, you were sleeping because everybody had money. I had money too. But we don't have money now. Not because I was getting favored, because of my hard work, but we don't have the money now. Tell me right now, are you happy with Cyril Ramaphosa? If you're an ANC member, ANC supporter, tell me today, are you happy with Cyril Ramaphosa? Comment below, tell me you are happy with this Cyril Ramaphosa. Tell me you are happy with this GNU. Where is the DA? Quiet. What they're doing, they're just sitting there, ANC destroying itself. They're just sitting there. They don't want to be part of it, but they say they're part of government. They're destroying this country. Guys, let's continue watch this.
Dudu, you're on social media. What's the temperature, man? What are people saying on social media?
Hottening, bro.
No, literally the comments you read, it's the general consensus. Everyone is upset about this. And also people are saying essentially if it was Zuma, it would have been at a point where now people are in the streets like on Zuma must fall,
striking out here.
So also they're saying that Cyril is somewhat of a media darling, so to say. There isn't too much backlash.
Yeah, Stellenbosch owns the media.
Yes, remember the guys who have businesses, Nespers, that own DSTV and all these publications, they are doing business in Nigeria, which is a huge economy and a huge market. ShopRite, man, who owns ShopRite? They're doing business in Nigeria, making billions.
They're happy.
Yeah, so Nigerians are making it, the government, a bit hostile for them to, operate properly. Now Cyril is like, I will make the waters a bit peaceful. I'll settle the waters for you lot. Yeah. But the average South African must suffer.
100%. The average South Africans must suffer. ANC. Is this what you're doing to your people? The people who voted for you? And you've got Ufikile threatening South Africans when they want to protest, when they want to remove the president. When they want to remove the president, Ufikile Mbalo is threatening us. Guys, let's just continue and finish up this video.
And the sad reality, Kanye, is that no matter what you say as a South African, whatever you say, if you're opposed to this, you're xenophobic.
Yeah. We're not xenophobic, guys. We're not xenophobic.
Guys, it's almost like we live in these times where you can't speak against something, otherwise you'll be labeled, the worst. It's like we have to just put like things aside, all these labels that we move by aside, and be able to speak honestly and just be able to look at the things for what they are. Exactly. And this is a real conversation of really, guys, let's be honest.
I want to say this to those who are in Nigeria who are calling us xenophobic. Call me xenophobic. Comment below. You say, you're xenophobic. Yeah, I'll take it. If it's a hat, I'll take it and wear it. I think I must get a t-shirt written xenophobia here. Maybe I should go print this t-shirt. I come here so they know it. That is that guy. Master Hlu, the xenophobic. Call me that if that makes you happy, because I'm not gonna stop fighting for my country. If you don't want to fight for your country, it's your problem. Don't make your problem my problem, guys. Let's continue. Listen to this lady. She's telling the whole Nigerians, go to South Africa before they change. That's how desperate they are to come to our country. Desperate idiots. They want to come to our country. That's how desperate they are. You think I'm making up this story? Listen to this. Listen to this.
Oh, wow. Nigerians can now visit South Africa with ease without any stress. All thanks to the president of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Guys, let me tell you this good news. Today, President Cyril Ramaphosa has declared that entry to South Africa is now very easy. You can apply for visa to South Africa if you are a business person that want to visit South Africa, or you are a tourist, you can apply for your visa without your passport. They don't need your passport anymore. To make it very easy for you to enter South Africa, you don't need a passport again. It was said today, this was confirmed today, that Nigerians who are tourists, who are business people that want to visit South Africa can do that without their passport now. They can apply for visas without their passport, and it will be granted without wasting any time. And not only that, he also said that he has approved a 5 years multiple entry visa.
Multiple entry.
This is the time for you to start applying, to start making that move now before they change their mind. And this was said today, like I said, on the opening of the section of Nigerian South Africa Binational Commission, which happened in Cape Town, and our president was there. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was there. So this is actually a good news to some of us. To some of us that want to visit South Africa, and they've been delaying us long time ago. This is the time now.
The time has come.
Bagamba,
Nigeria, Bagamba.
It's just, I don't know, man. Like, yo.
Anyway,
guys, Nigerians are celebrating. She's telling the whole Nigeria, go now before they change their mind. Go now, go now. Hey, my Todd. Yeah, my Todd. Ask yourself, this is a country they say it's a xenophobic country. Hey, ask yourself, what do they want? Bafuna ntoni la? Bafunani? Bafunani la? Bafunani la? Mfuna ntoni? Balaba yini? Banyaka inkamu? Banyaka inkamu South Africa? Aba roots. So guys, I don't want to lie. These idiots are coming in numbers. That's why I say ban Nigerian visa right now. We need to ban Nigerian visa right now. Guys, this video is too long already. Let me make this video very short. Okay, not short because it's already long. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Hlulani Tsonga from South Africa. We shall continue with these things because we shall fight for this country. If you haven't subscribed, guys, please hit that subscribe button. And please, let's share this video. Let's share this video. We need more people, guys. We are in the road to 10,000, guys. So hit that subscribe button, guys. I love you guys. See you on my next video. Sharp, sharp.